What's up, guys? PJ here, and I just wanted to sit down, relax, and talk about some of the stuff we've seen so far. All the promos leading up to WrestleMania regarding Rock, Cena, Punk, Taker, Lesnar, and Triple H. Some of the main stuff. I want to talk about the main guys. I don't want to talk about Shield and the other guys like Alberto, because whatever they're doing is just totally fine. There's nothing wrong with them because they're the official superstars who are supposed to appear every single event, and they do their job, and it's just totally fine. Whatever they're doing, they're on a perfect path to WrestleMania. I want to talk about guys like, Undertaker, Brock Lesnar, Triple H, Rock, because they're the part-timers. They don't appear every time, and which is why I want to take my time in this video and talk about them and the promos leading up to WrestleMania, how, in my opinion, what they've done wrong, and whatever I've seen, I'm just gonna spit it out. Now, as most of you know, whoever follows me on Twitter, most of the times I'll go on a rant about how The Rock doesn't appear on this show and whatnot, and I'm not gonna talk about that. So just sit down, relax, and listen to me what I have to say. I'm just gonna go overall and talk about all the other part-timers. For an example, like the first night when they started up the feud, they rebuilt up the feud for Triple H and Lesnar on Raw, where Lesnar bled from his head. Okay, like that was like freaking fantastic. That was probably one of the most amazing things we've seen, of course. I mean, we haven't seen blood and stuff, I don't even know if that was done on purpose or not. I don't know. But whatever it was, the brawl, it was pretty cool to see that. I just don't like the idea of how they set up these promos. Like, the things, they start off like freaking insane sometimes. For an example, I gave you a prime example of Brock Lesnar and Triple H's promo. The brawl on Monday Night Raw. I think the same night or the next week after that, CM Punk and The Undertaker with the urn, and CM Punk on the stage doing that thing with the urn, taunting Undertaker. That was freaking insane. That was freaking crazy. Like, I don't know what to say. That was pretty damn awesome. I don't like the idea how they start off all these promos like really insane and crazy and good, and afterwards it goes down the hill. Why does that happen? Like, I don't understand. Like, back in the day, it used to start off slowly and slowly, and hell, every single week it was pretty freaking marvelous. Like, they would do something crazy every week. And for these part-timers, like, I don't understand. Okay, last week, Lesnar and Triple H appeared. Before that, only Triple H appeared. After that, Lesnar appears. Now Triple H appeared. I don't get this. Like, the promo was so freaking bad for that Triple H. What were they thinking? They should have never even let Triple H come out and even talk about, his matchup at WrestleMania. I mean, how hard it is for Lesnar to come out there and cut a promo or something, like an angle with Triple H. They could do something, If they can have Mark Henry and Ryback do a weightlifting competition on a SmackDown show, they can do something with Triple H and Lesnar for sure. If they can't even do that, then it means that creative doesn't come up with ideas enough for them to do something. I mean, for God's sake, man, this is WrestleMania. They could do something with those guys, unless WWE thinks that, hey, we already have people in this mind game set up, that they are gonna buy the pay-per-view, they are gonna watch this for sure, and we don't need so much attraction for both of these guys to come out together and cut an angle until the last Raw right before WrestleMania. Okay, enough about Triple H and Brock Lesnar. Let's talk about The Rock and John Cena. I know a lot of people are gonna say this. Are you really gonna talk about The Rock not being there on Raw because he has to promote his movies? I'm not gonna talk about that. I want to talk about his promos. Now, before I get all assaulted by the YouTube comments and stuff, I'm gonna say this. Of course, typical John Cena promos. He talks about respect and stuff. the same stuff. But then again, look at The Rock. Have you guys ever noticed, since The Rock has come back, all of his promos, some of his promos, or should I say most of his promos, are related to his stories back in the day. Hey, when I was 23 years old. Hey, when I was 14 years old, I had $2 in my pocket. I had 5 cents in my pocket. I went there, and I did this, and I came out doing this, and this happened on that night, and I came to do this, and then at the end, I'm gonna kick your ass at WrestleMania. Always. Am I right or wrong? Why don't you be the judge? Go back and watch all of his main promos, all of his 15-20 minute promos in the ring. I mean, that's what he does. 15 minutes of his stories, and the 5 minutes of his promo will be talking about like his matchup against whoever he's facing at the certain pay-per-view. I mean, what's up with that? Okay, now one more thing. I really thought, you know, when WWE made this match, The Rock vs. Cena 2 at WrestleMania 29, I thought they were going to go in a different direction of their matchup being like as a different storyline. But hey, there is no certain storyline. It's all about gaining respect again. I mean, man, it ticks me off so much. I mean, seriously, you had so much time ahead, and you really planned to make this match with the same angles, gaining respect, doing this and doing that. What was the purpose of all those Hall of Famers coming out there asking questions? Nothing at all. For them being there, there was no point of them being there. I mean, I was so not shocked. Those Hall of Famers did not even ask them any freaking questions that meant to be anything. Like, they were like, most of the questions, or should I say everything they asked, was like, why do you think you can beat this guy? Why do you think that you're gonna be the winner at WrestleMania? Like, are you kidding me? Is that the best you can do? Then here comes The Rock talking about, hey, when I was 23 years old, I did this, and I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna kick your ass at WrestleMania for 10 minutes straight. And then you were like, what you can do, Jack, right now, can you show it to me? And it was like a freaking rock bottom at the end of the segment, and that was it. That was it. There was nothing at all. Sure, John Cena says something, but John Cena says the same thing about respect. And I'm not just gonna blame John Cena and The Rock, I'm gonna blame the creative. What are they doing? What are they thinking? It makes me wonder. They had so much time ahead, and you are gonna do the same thing as what you did last year. Now, one reason that I could possibly see them doing the same thing is because they did not have enough time with The Rock spending time in the ring, because he had to miss out so many weeks because of his movie promotions. That could be the reason, but still, it doesn't make any sense. You are doing The Rock vs. Cena 2 like in a main event over WrestleMania, and you are gonna let these guys come out here and do all these crappy promos. It did not interest me at all. I was not impressed at all. Bret Hart was not impressed at all. Leave your thoughts below. I am signing out. The voice of the voiceless be heard.